The first map is going to be Tal'Darim.
Yep.
I think the second map is Shakuris Plateau, and the third map is... I'm not sure. I can't remember the third map, actually.
Well, we'll see if it actually gets there. Now, we've seen Hasu beat Cloud before, and I'm looking forward to this one. We're just going into game right now. So, yeah, what would you expect out of this particular encounter? Bearing in mind, we've already seen this matchup, and it went in favor of Hasu.
I think, in all honesty, this match is very 50-50, very, very close. Both players are awesome. They are very, very top-tier players, and it can go either way. And I think if the close positions, I think it will slightly favor Cloud. If further away positions, it will slightly, favor Hasu, because Cloud wants to get in there early, doesn't want to fight against a massive Colossus ball with force fields and so on. So if you can start getting in there, doing a lot of aggression early, it's definitely going to favour him for Cloud.
Yep, and we saw that incredibly bad manner right there by Hasu with the smiley face. Totally unacceptable, obviously.
Can't smile at opponents.
You just can't do that. It's not allowed anymore, I'm afraid. Hasu in the yellow trunks, he is playing Protoss right here on the Tal'Darim altar versus his opponent Cloud in the red trunks. He is playing Terran, and this is the second time they've met in this tournament. The first matchup did go in favor of Hasu. However, I say Cloud is getting into his stride right now. What do you reckon?
I spoke to Cloud, and he basically said to me, he goes, all right, well, I wasn't feeling too good the previous days. I said, why? He goes, well, the first day I slept 2 hours, then the day after that I only got like 5, but last night I had a good 8-10 hours sleep.
Nice.
He's had good food.
Is that more than I have?
More than I have for sure. And he's feeling very, very comfortable. And he says, today I'm going to win all my games. And he's already 2-0 Buffino. And now he says, I'm going to 2-0 Hasu, no problem.
He wants
to
be.
So he's very, very confident and feeling awesome. And that is something you have to be like. You can't have a weak mentality, being like, I don't really feel too well. I didn't sleep too good. I can't really concentrate. But Cloud is on form. And the same for Hasu. All players now are kind of rested. So.
Yeah. Would you say that the fact that Hasu was forced to play an extremely long game that was actually very back and forth against Delphi, do you think, as a pro player yourself, do you feel that does that shake your confidence, or does it actually help you build it?
It's probably, because this is like the first set of games, it's probably used as a kind of a warm-up, you could say, ready for Cloud. Played a long game, everything is good, his macro, it was strong, he wasn't slow in anything. So definitely use that as a warm-up game, and there's no way that he can be tired after just playing one game. As being a pro gamer, you're used to playing 10 hours a day anyway.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different in a tournament environment, but that won't affect him for sure. And he should be pretty good on top of his form, so we're pretty sure going to be seeing some really intense TVP. One of the best Terran players, one of the best Protoss players also. So
I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I love watching Hasu. I only just got to cast him very recently, and I'm loving casting him in this tournament as well. Same with Goody as well. And Cloud I've cast before, and I think he's absolutely phenomenal Terran player. And this should be good. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
I don't actually play much with Hasu, and I haven't really casted too many of his games, because every tournament I casted, he was out very, very early. Inside Stream Masters was out early, and the same for DreamHack, but that kind of gives me a false impression of him. And I kind of come into this with a mentality like, well, every tournament I've seen, he goes out early. But he's actually really, really talented. He is so good.
Oh, yeah.
And, a lot of people do have that mistake over him. And we're actually going to see, well, he's won every game so far. He advanced very easily in this group, even taking out Cloud before.
Yep.
So, it might not be a problem for him to do it again. And we do see Cloud going for he loves this build. Just one Rax Expo. And it's the kind of, he lost to that cheese against Wolverine by doing this build, but it's a little bit different now. And he has to be careful. And actually, look at Hasu. This is what I mean. He has to be careful and move around.
Tal'Darim is such a nasty, nasty place for that kind of thing to happen. And Cloud's going to miss that by the looks of it. Reaper is already on its way out. And Hasu with great timing there, actually, as well. Second Pirate's coming down. Reactor being added and a Tech Lab as well. Expansion for Cloud. And in goes the Reaper. And how much damage can this do? Well, we're not seeing a Stalker up there yet, but he does have Warp Gate Tech. I don't know if his cooldown's off. His cooldown is not off. That's problematic. Cloud's going to get some free kills right here. Going to take one probe. He's focusing on the gas line, which is not the best idea, actually, because it takes a little bit longer to actually get the kills. But he gets 3 out of that already. That's not bad. He's actually able to shut down gas production entirely for Hasu. Hasu forced to pull probes, and there's the Stalker. A great initial harassment there for Cloud.
And at the same time, Hasu was poking at the front of Cloud's base for some SCVs to come off. But there is a Marauder in there, which is going to decimate these Stalkers quite easily. Cloud not really minding though, but he does have the second orbital command making now, and he should be quite safe against any form of pokes and little pressure here. That you see that Marauder doing a lot of damage. Got to be careful not to lose SCVs though. That's Hasu goal, and he doesn't get that off. trying to do a little bit of damage, but I don't think there's anything going to be coming from this. And Hasu does have second gas in the background too, and wouldn't be surprised if we do see an expo from him quite shortly.
Yeah, needs to get some more firepower in that front line. Lost a couple of SCVs, not a big deal, however. We can take a look at units lost. It's completely equal right now. 4 workers killed for each. The harassment, as we saw earlier, and then that poke at the front. And Cloud looking to go in once again. However, that Stalker will be there, but he will get some nice scouting information. He'll be happy about that, and his economy's starting to roll. And Hasu doesn't really have that right now. And we're looking once again at another poke on the line, and Hasu forced backwards. A Stalker taken out very nicely there by Cloud, and the Reaper taken out in the line in Hazuob's base for him as well. Very equal thus far.
And that Reaper did scout the Twilight Council, just finishing now, so he knows exactly what's up, and he is researching Blink. So we're gonna, well, Blink is so useful on this map because there is a lot of locations you can blink up. You know, you've got this location here on the main base of Cloud, and the back of his base can pop up there and do a lot of damage, and there's a lot of other areas also. And Cloud, playing very safe, does have a turret just in case after scanning that Twilight Council, and Hasu just goes for an expansion. Really nice play.
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. Not one little bit. And Cloud getting himself ready. And he's looking certainly a strong position right now. Middle count very high indeed, as you would expect from anyone that's expanded this early. He is such an economic player. Even in the early game, he goes for it. He's almost Zerg-like in the way that he takes his expansions very fast. And he defends them extremely well with various innovative plays. Although right now it looks like he's falling back on what he usually does. You know, he usually goes for very upgrade-heavy infantry force, and that's what he's most comfortable with.
I love the way that upgrades are coming more and more into StarCraft 2 professional scene. I mean, they were never not there, but just the timing of it.
Yeah.
They're starting a lot earlier on, and we do see the +1. No, actually, the +1 armor, it is, being researched by Hasu.
Yep.
And I'm sure we will be seeing the +1 attack also. And Hasu's poking a little bit here with some Stalkers. Not going to be able to get in here for sure. He's going to have to back off. At the same time, in his base is getting... actually, no, he's not. I thought he was going to get Zealot legs. No, he did cancel it, actually. But no, everything's pretty safe and smooth. It wouldn't be surprised if he just... Nice scan by Cloud. He's looking around, sees that, you know, not really any news there. He's very cautious, having a couple of SCVs off the line, too, for these bunkers in case of any 5 or 6 warp gate pressure.
I would be more concerned about Cloud pressure right now. The armor supply in his favor, certainly. He's on 38 versus 24. His worker supply is higher as well, plus he's got mules. Not what any Protoss player really wants to be at about the 10-minute mark, honestly. Being outdone in terms of the number of SCVs that are down on the ground in comparison to his probes. Hazuob's just patrolling the area, doesn't have any kind of force really to break that line, and he's probably going to wait for Cloud's attack and to react directly to that, and we might be seeing that attack coming very shortly.
Yeah, very slow, cautious play by both players, not really making too many mistakes, and now we actually see Cloud's force pushing out. I'm surprised he hasn't got +1 attack, actually.
It's unusual.
Yeah, it's very unusual for Cloud.
Yeah, it was a good choice, actually, by Hazuobs to go for the ground arm, which he's not going to have in this first engagement by the looks of it. Depends how delayed Cloud's force really gets. Because, of course, it's primarily a Marine force, but there are a lot of Marauders starting to get mixed in there. And the armor of the Stalkers will help, but it looks like it's not going to be ready for this engagement. There's the stim, a full 20 seconds. There's a force field placement. Hasn't really helped all that much, honestly. In comes the firepower, raining down right now on the Zealots. Zealots will be annihilated. Cloud reinforcements, a blink over there by Hasu, and now being attacked from both angles, but that's not going to help at all. Hasu's getting crushed right here. Stim push all the way back, drives those Stalkers down, nails them down a quick blink away from that. That was devastating for Hazuobs. Cloud's going to continue to push this advantage, and why would he not? GG, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about right there. Excellent, excellent gutsy play. Timed it perfectly. The upgrade not ready. It probably wouldn't have helped him anyway. He was so far behind in terms of his army, and that's what we like to see from Cloud.